Hey everyone! So yesterday was pretty eventful, and by eventful, I mean probably the worst day that I've ever had in a long time. I mean literally the worst day. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And I have a pretty uneventful life, so I was very unprepared for it. It started out fantastically when I missed my alarm. I had to be somewhere in 15 minutes from when I woke up. And then I remembered that I had to take a shower because I decided not to take one the night before. I was like, oh, I'll just take one quick in the morning. I have plenty of time. So I rushed to undress, and then my phone somehow slipped from my hand, landed squarely on my foot. I don't even know how that happened. My foot is still hurting, so whilst in the shower, I proceeded to get shampoo in my eye, and then I accidentally put conditioner on my loofah scrub. Great. And because I was also in a rush, I then proceeded to hit my head on the shower door. At this point, I had 8 minutes to finish getting ready and be at the place that I had to go to. I rushed to get changed, and then I was like ready to leave the house, and then I realized that I couldn't find my keys. Yup. I looked everywhere. In my bag, in my desk, in my bathroom, on the counter. Like, I looked everywhere. And at this point, I was like really nervous that I accidentally left them somewhere and I didn't realize it because I had gone out the night before. So I was like, oh no. This key that we have is literally for everything. So I wouldn't be able to get anywhere on campus. And also I'd have to pay for a new one, and they're not cheap. So I was just like, great, this is the last thing that I needed. Luckily, I decided to check one last time in my bedroom, one last effort, and I found them under my bed. Why they were there in the first place, I have no idea. Like, I literally have no idea how they could have gotten there. I was just happy to find them, to be honest. Like, I don't care why they were there. Yes. So I rushed out the door, almost literally like ran there. I was like speed walking, and then I had to run up 4 flights of stairs because the elevator was being serviced. So none of the elevators were working. So I had to run up 4 flights of stairs, and I was completely out of breath. Taking into consideration all of these factors, I was only about 5 minutes late to my meeting, which isn't bad, I guess. So I had my meeting, which went fine, thankfully. But then I had some other work to do for research due by the end of the week. And basically we have a literature review that has to be at least 10 pages long, if not longer. So we need to use the internet for resources. So I bet you can guess what happened next. The internet went down. I was just like, are you kidding me? Finally, after about an hour of, banging my head against the wall, the internet finally came back on. Happy times! And then I really had to pee, so I went to one of the bathrooms on the floor. And so I went into the bathroom, and let's just say none of the toilets were able to flush. If you catch my drift. Yeah, pretty gross. So then I got an email about 5 minutes later, I would say, that there was a water main break on the main road, which affected like this huge area, including where I was, of course. So it means that we couldn't use any water resources like toilets, faucets, drinking fountains, anything that required water. So at this point, really had to pee. Luckily, the water was restored within like 30 minutes of that, which because I was like crossing my legs having to pee, if that makes any sense. Sorry. Anyways, I finished all of my research for the day, which was good. I came back to my apartment and the trash can had somehow fallen over, all the trash all over the floor. Great. No, it was disgusting. After that, I think the rest of my night was pretty uneventful, thankfully. I bet you guys are disappointed, I know. You know, except for my internet was being quite annoying last night, so I couldn't finish writing some important emails. But taking into consideration how bad the rest of the day was, that was like the best part of the day. Like, it could have been way worse. Yeah, so that is my story about my very eventful day yesterday. But if I can learn one thing from that, it's that today is a new day and you can learn a lot from these experiences. Not sure what, but you can learn stuff. And also, don't get shampoo in your eye because that hurts a lot.